Hello everyone, I'm the Saxy Gamer, and today we're here for yet another Civilization 6 Wonder Spotlight, where today we are starting to dive into the Industrial Era wonders and taking a look at Big Ben. Big Ben is a wonder that is unlocked with the economics technology, as I mentioned, making it an Industrial Era wonder. To get the Eureka for economics, all you have to do is construct 2 banks across your entire empire, so very easy to get the Eureka for economics, and probably if you're going to go for Big Ben, you'll probably have this done just because it is kind of, a gold-focused wonder, so if you're going to be having a lot of commercial hubs and a lot of gold, chances are you'll be trying to build Big Ben. Either way though, economics very easy to Eureka, and something that you would probably want to get towards moderately fast if you are going for Big Ben. As far as its building requirements are concerned, it has a few that are, it's a little bit more specific than some of the other wonders, so you have to put it adjacent to a river, and you also have to put it adjacent to a commercial hub with a bank constructed in that commercial hub. This being said though, this is still really easy because chances are most of your commercial hubs are going to be along rivers anyways, just because that's where you get most of your adjacency bonus on those districts from. So in pretty much every single game, if you have at least a commercial hub, you're probably going to satisfy the building requirements for Big Ben. It does also have a production cost of 1,450 production, so we are up quite a bit from the Renaissance era wonders that we had been talking about recently, but even so, by this point in the game, chances are you've probably gotten more production in your cities, so you are going to have to build this in one of your more built-up cities, and that's just kind of what happens as you get later into the game. Early on, you're kind of able to build wonders in a lot more of your cities just because the production cost is, pretty standard and pretty comparable to, there's no big differences in production across your cities. Most of it's based on the land that the cities are on, but once you get later into the game, it matters, what cities you have industrial zones in, obviously which ones still have good land and things like that. So in most industrial era wonders, you're going to have to build these in some of your more built-up cities if you want them to go and be built in a reasonable amount of time. Let's go ahead and talk about Big Ben's bonuses now. That was some nice alliteration from myself there. I'm honestly amazed that I didn't mess that one up. But it's going to provide you with 6 gold per turn, which is honestly 1450 production for 6 gold per turn. Very, very weak. It also is going to provide you with 3 great merchant points, which is okay. I mean, once again, still not really worth 1450 production. But the last 2 of its bonuses are really, really insane. So for one, you're going to have 1 economic policy slot, which is a really good thing just because the economic policies can give you a lot of things. Those are often ones that give you extra yields because those are the policy cards that will double your district adjacency. They can give you extra yields from having a certain happiness or certain population in your cities. Or you could use them to, maybe build more builders, and there's a lot of things that you can do with the economic policy card slots, and I really think that the economic policies are probably like the most influential ones in the game just because of how good they can really make your civilization in terms of yield bonuses and amenity bonuses and things of that sort. So getting 1 additional slot is a very strong thing. The other really insane thing is that Big Ben, once upon completing it, it will increase the gold in your treasury by 50%. So this used to be 100% before Gathering Storm, but it got nerfed to 50%, and reasonably so, just because this wonder, if you build this like in a game that you're already kind of ahead and you have a lot of gold, you can get literally like 10,000 gold from building Big Ben, which is just ridiculous. I mean, I would take 10,000 gold for 50 production pretty much any day. So that's why this wonder has the potential to be absolutely insane. If you're playing someone like Mansa Musa, where you're probably going to be making 1,000 gold per turn, you can literally get like 10,000, 15,000 gold just from building Big Ben, which is absolutely ridiculous. And obviously before, whenever it actually just doubled your treasury, it was even more insane. So if you're playing without Gathering Storm, where this wonder still provides 100% extra gold, then this is just absolutely ridiculously good. But now it is that time to give Big Ben its wonder rating. So if you're new to the series, all that you need to know here is that these ratings go on a 1 to 5 scale, with 1 being the worst and 5 being the best. So for its overall rating, I think that Big Ben deserves a 5, and I'm sure a lot of people are just going to have, a stroke in the comment section or something, because I very rarely ever give wonders 5s, but I think the only ones I've given a 5 to so far are like Temple of Artemis and Forbidden City, I believe I gave a 5. Well, I didn't give it a 5 in the video, but I retroactively went back and changed it to a 5. So those are the only 2 wonders that I've given a 5 so far, I believe, and this one definitely joins them with a 5 because this is an insanely good wonder. As far as its use cases are concerned, there are really 2, and 1 is the huge gold boost that you can get from constructing this, and just getting you a ton of extra gold, and also you can use the versatility with that extra economic policy card slot. So one other thing I just want to mention about the huge gold boost is the reason that a gold boost is so insane is because Gold in a lot of games can translate just directly to production because you can use gold to buy units, you can use it to buy buildings, you can, if you have Reina promoted, you can use it to buy districts as well. So getting a lot of gold pretty much means that you get a lot of bonus production, so you kind of can almost, in a certain sense, build this wonder for free. And this is even more insane on the Mali whenever you get gold discounts for buying things, because you probably will have a ton of gold in your treasury, you'll get a lot more, and then it'll be discounted whenever you buy things with that gold. So this effectively turns into an absolute, like, insane mountain of production that you can use to build up some of your less built up cities. And then, as I've mentioned already, just the versatility with an extra economic policy card slot is really good. So having these two things combined, both the economic policy card slot and the gold boost, it just makes Big Ben pretty insane as a wonder. As far as its difficulty rating is concerned, though, I think it deserves a 4. It is pretty difficult to build on deity difficulty just because the AI, it's one of those wonders that, you know, its building requirements are easy to satisfy, and therefore the AI build it a lot. So for that reason, you do have to be pretty diligent if you want to build this on deity, and you will have to at least be, you know, somewhat cognizant of where you are in the tech tree and start thinking about Big Ben a good bit before you are, you know, really getting to economics. So for that reason, I think it deserves the 4. And for its consistency rating, I think it deserves a 4, so the economic policy card slot is always really good because there's so many things you can do with that. Obviously, the gold return and the great merchant points are always very consistent. The building requirements very easy to satisfy. The only thing that stops this from being a 5 in consistency is the gold boost, because obviously if you don't have a lot of gold in your treasury, then the gold boost that you get from finishing the wonder is a lot less, and then it ends up being, you know, a lot less good as a result. So this is one of those wonders that's kind of like a, you know, whenever you're ahead, it can make you even more ahead just by getting that gold boost. So if you're not already ahead, then it doesn't do quite as much for you, so that's why it deserves the 4. So thank you everyone for watching. I have been the Saxy Gamer. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you're looking for some more Civilization 6 content, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.